Should I 28F reach out to my husband 28 after I lied to him but he ran out when I had a miscarriage? Got removed from another sub, so thought I'd try here. I if this is even the right place to ask, but I need some unbiased opinions because I have no idea what to feel. I 28 married my husband 28 6 years ago after only knowing him for a few weeks. It felt like love at first sight and the first year was incredible. The only thing was, he is idealistic and sometimes he would look at me like he was disappointed I didn't live up to his ideal woman. I would ask, but he would always say I was overthinking it, that he loved me unconditionally. But then, with bigger things, like when we'd fight about principles etc., he'd look so disappointed and then disappear for a few days, just like that, to get some space and process his emotions. He told me it's not because he's disappointed in me, but what else was I supposed to think? I asked him if I could stop running away anytime there was conflict, and he said he would try, but that staying around people when his emotions are high makes him lash out in ways he regrets, so he'd rather leave and cool off. About a year and I got pregnant. He was so excited and he constantly talked about wanting a lot of kids. But I soon miscarried, and he looked so disappointed and sad for weeks. He didn't disappear, but we were distant for a while. We eventually made up, but after a few months I got pregnant again. This time I couldn't tell him. I wanted to be sure I'd not miscarry again. But then I did. Over the next 2 years I miscarried 3 more times and didn't tell him. He worked long hours. When he'd bring up children, I'd sort of weasel out of the convo before we could get deep into it. Anyway, with my 5th pregnancy, I miscarried again. But this time he was there when I started bleeding and he insisted we go to the hospital. I finally told him about the miscarriages I'd hid from him. He didn't talk after that, but when the doctor came in he asked her if I was okay, and then he just got up and left. My Sil was with me. He was just gone, Mia, for days, and I cried so much. The idea I disappointed him yet again was literally the worst thing I've ever felt. I did a lot of thinking, and when he finally came home I told him we should separate if I was going to stay sane. I'd already packed my things and went to live with my sister. He tried calling me a few times, but when I didn't pick up he stopped calling. A couple months later my Sil tells me he joined the Navy. They're a military family. He's been away for nearly 3 years now, and none of his family have really heard from him besides that he's safe. I keep wondering if I should reach out to him and apologize and try to make up. I still love him so much, but I don't know if I can deal with living with him and being a disappointment. My sister says I'm being selfish and punishing him for my pain when it isn't his fault, that if I love him I should try to fix things. My sisters-in-law both think he has been a huge ass, and the fact that he just left his life when I pushed him away is unforgivable. I don't know what to do, but if I could know if he was in the wrong or if I was, I might be able to think more clearly. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, did you see a therapist during the 3 years? If not, then don't contact him. First, seek professional help. After you talk with a professional person all your problems that you had with him, how you felt etc., then you can talk with him. But don't do anything before you seek professional help for yourself. Edit, you had 5 miscarriage with no emotional support. You need help. Redditor follow-up, yeah, please get some support. Screw that guy and take care of yourself. You can love someone who isn't good for you, unfortunately, but you are not getting help emotionally from the people around you, and you also can't rely on this guy. What an emotional roller coaster. Redditor 2, I think both of y'all are wrong in this situation. He needs to find a better way to handle situations than leaving for a few days. That's not how a marriage should work, emo. He also needed to find a better way to communicate his feelings instead of leaving you assuming his thoughts. You have the right to be upset about it. You, on the other hand, you can't read his mind. You're assuming he's disappointed in you when it could be something else, and he already told you it wasn't you. Someone can just be upset about a situation. Secondly, you hid something very important from him, multiple times, and when he tries to bring it up, you avoid the conversation. He has the right to be upset about it. Also, getting married after a few weeks is a terrible idea. You barely know the other person. If y'all could manage for 6 years though, kudos to you. I think you should reach out to him to see where your marriage is headed. If you're not together anymore, well, you probably shouldn't stay married. Redditor follow-up. I'm thinking that if he's a military family, then maybe that has something to do with how he processes emotions. Men don't show emotions blah blah blah, so he goes off by himself to figure things out. Redditor 3. He is idealistic and sometimes he would look at me like he was disappointed I didn't live up to his ideal woman. I would ask, but he would always say I was overthinking it, that he loved me unconditionally. So, was he actually disappointed in you? Or was this a story you made up in your head? When we fight about principles, etc., he'd look so disappointed and then disappear for a few days, just like that, to get some space and process his emotions. He told me it's not because he's disappointed in me, but what else was I supposed to think? I don't know, maybe you're supposed to believe him when he says he's not disappointed in you? I mean, did he actually disappear? Or did he tell you he needed some space and then go take that space? I asked him if I could stop running away anytime there was conflict, and he said he would try, but that staying around people when his emotions are high makes him lash out in ways he regrets, so he'd rather leave and cool off. This actually sounds pretty self-aware and reasonable to me. It would be better if he would get some therapy so that he would not lash out when emotions are high. But flooding is a real thing that affects people, and leaving the situation is often the best available option. He was so excited and he constantly talked about wanting a lot of kids. But I soon miscarried, and he looked so disappointed and sad for weeks. He didn't disappear, but we were distant for a while. It sounds like he was grieving, as I'm sure you also were. Do you put 100% of the responsibility for the distance on him? If so, why? After a few months I got pregnant again. This time I couldn't tell him. I wanted to be sure I'd not miscarry again. But then I did. Over the next 2 years I miscarried 3 more times and didn't tell him. He worked long hours. When he'd bring up children, I'd sort of weasel out of the convo before we could get deep into it. So at this point you started deliberately concealing extremely important facts from him for over 2 years? But this time he was there when I started bleeding and he insisted we go to the hospital. I finally told him about the miscarriages I'd hid from him. He didn't talk after that, but when the doctor came in he asked her if I was okay, and then he just got up and left. My Sil was with me. He was just gone, Mia, for days, and I cried so much. The idea I disappointed him yet again was literally the worst thing I've ever felt. I did a lot of thinking, and when he finally came home I told him we should separate if I was going to stay sane. So, after finding out that you had been lying to him for literally years, he responded the same way he always done in a stressful situation. Yes, I'm sure that was extremely difficult for you, but it was also extremely difficult for him, right? I don't know what to do, but if I could know if he was in the wrong or if I was, I might be able to think more clearly. It might be more helpful to you to stop thinking about whether one or the other of you were in the wrong, and start trying to see both parties from a compassionate point of view. I don't know either of you except from this post, but it certainly sounds like you are anxiously attached and he is avoidantly attached. You can do some reading on the internet if you're not familiar with those ideas. That combination of attachment styles is both incredibly common and quite frequently toxic. At this point, your husband has been gone for 3 years. The relationship is almost certainly dead. It might be more productive for you to seek therapy for your possible anxiety and attachment issues. Redditor follow-up. Agree mostly with what you have said, but I'll make a comment about the leaving for days part. While it's often a good thing to leave and process emotions, disappearing for days, not just hours, is problematic and will need to be examined. Redditor 4. I'm going to be as nice as possible. You seem to have the problem with communicating. You had 5 miscarriages, 4 of which he knew absolutely nothing about. You lied to him for years and then have the audacity to be upset he took a few days to himself after you literally dropped a bomb on him. You went through each miscarriage one at a time. You handed him 5 at once, the final one he took you to the hospital for, and the 4 he knew nothing about. That's insane. You then unilaterally decide to separate from him after dropping that bombshell on him, and when he tried to contact you, you ignore him. So he gives you the space you needed. He decides to join the military on his own, and that's fine. As of that point, you were ignoring his calls and any form of communication for 3 months. Your relationship was completely up in the air, and he had absolutely no idea what was going on in your head because you refused to communicate. He is not the bad guy in this situation. You, on the other hand, need to understand how relationships work and how to communicate with other people, especially a significant other. Edit. It's been years, he may have found someone else, and he may want to end the marriage. That's something you need to prepare for. Redditor 5. Are you still married? Redditor 6. Married after only a few weeks? Major red flag. Love at first sight? Red flag, red flag. Abusers love the concept of love at first sight and soulmates. Disappearing for a few days? Because you disagreed? Red flag. If I didn't hear from my significant other for a few days, I'd assume I was single. Running hot and cold? Red flag. Acting distant and moody when he doesn't get his way? Red flag. Duck. No, you shouldn't reach out to this individual. Anyone who rushes into marriage and other commitments within a few weeks of meeting them is either an abuser or insane. Normal people do not rush into these things. Redditor follow-up. Op rushed into the marriage too and felt the same way, yet you only blame him for that. Also, hiding 4 miscarriages from your spouse has to be a pretty big red flag too. Redditor 7. He didn't run away because you had a miscarriage. You had 5 miscarriages in a row, but only informed him about the first one. Op. I get how devastating it is to lose a wanted pregnancy, as I've experienced this as well. However, you retreated into yourself and became secretive about future pregnancies. If you're life partners, you deal with the painful asset together, otherwise it drives you apart. With so many losses, this is the point where you see a reproductive specialist to get assistance. Your path forward is to get testing done and find out if there's an issue that needs to be addressed in order for you to carry a child to term. For example, if you have a blood clotting issue, pregnancies will likely end in miscarriage until you have medicine to treat it. Your husband found out with a 5th loss. His wife had been hurting emotionally for a long time and he didn't know. He and his wife conceived multiple times and he didn't know. You were grieving the loss of wanted children and he didn't know. I think it was wrong for him to bail for 3 years. At this point, you only have a marriage in name only. You certainly aren't living as man and wife. He is at fault for that. He should have communicated instead of leaving. It's ridiculous to be in limbo for 3 years because he felt hurt and overwhelmed. However, I think you two are a bad communicator for all you didn't say while you two were still together. I think you should reach out to get closure and then y'all can file for divorce. There's too much damage to find your way towards a healthy marriage. It sounds like you are 2 people who got married quickly and didn't really know each other, and when things got difficult you didn't communicate. He retreated, got distant, and you made a lot of negative assumptions without actually talking to him, being vulnerable about your feelings. You both lack the maturity pulled together nor the foundation of knowing each other enough to understand each other's temperament. Redditor follow-up. He tried to TH out for months with no response. I don't agree with everything he did, but come on. After a certain amount of time you just have to let the person get in contact with you. The husband tried to get in contact, and I don't blame him that he stopped after months of trying. Redditor 8. I don't think he left and went MIA because of disappointment in your miscarriage, but because you lied by admitting that there were many in between he was unaware of.